DesignerLogic exports transactions like proposals, invoices, and purchase orders into formatted spreadsheets that can be then imported into QuickBooks Desktop and QuickBooks Online. This video will show you how to set up QuickBooks Desktop to be able to do that. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you have some of the same information in DesignerLogic and QuickBooks. Come up to the admin menu and click on Default Settings, and go into your tax rates. And here you want to make sure that the tax description that you're going to be using for invoices and proposals and the tax rate is the same in QuickBooks from the list menu and item list. So come down to the bottom of the item list, and here you'll see all your sales tax items. You want to make sure that the spelling is exactly the same for your sales tax item in QuickBooks as it is in DesignerLogic's tax description, and then also the percentage is the same. That's so that when you put invoices and proposals into QuickBooks, it will use the correct sales tax item and percentage to calculate tax for you in QuickBooks. Another thing you want to make sure of is in DesignerLogic that you have the spelling the exact same for the project name as you do in QuickBooks under the customer name, the name of your customers and projects. The spelling here needs to be exactly the same so that it matches it to the correct place in the import. If you don't have them already in here in QuickBooks, the import will create the customer for you. You don't have to enter that yourself. Now that comes in DesignerLogic. If you go to the Edit Project Details page, that comes from the project name field up here at the top. And very similarly, if we go over to the suppliers in DesignerLogic, we want to make sure that the supplier name is spelled exactly the same as QuickBooks vendors' names are. So you want to make sure that all these names match up, because what it's going to do when you import it into QuickBooks, it's going to look for the vendor's name to put the purchase orders under that vendor's name. So the spelling needs to be exactly the same. If it's not the same, it'll just create a new vendor for you, so you don't necessarily have to have all the vendors in there yet. It'll create vendors for you if you don't already have them in QuickBooks. And then back on DesignerLogic, if we go to any of these transaction pages, proposal, invoice, or purchase orders, we'll go to proposals for this example, and we go to the download for QB page, you'll see here a link for this little product called Transaction Pro, and if you click on the link, it'll open up that new page. And this product will import any kind of spreadsheet into QuickBooks Desktop. So once you purchase this product, and it's not very expensive, you can then import all kinds of spreadsheets into QuickBooks Desktop, including DesignerLogic transactions. So make sure that you get this product first before you do any importing or try to do any importing, and install it on your computer, on the same computer, obviously, as your QuickBooks Desktop is installed on. Once you have that done, then you can begin importing proposals, invoices, and purchase orders from DesignerLogic into QuickBooks Desktop and save yourself a lot of time for data entry. And we'll show you each of those processes in separate videos.